Yeah, okay. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. And I'm glad I'm gonna post a video today. Something that I think is would be interesting to talk about is the the constant stress. I mean, the constant pressure, of looking good for us women in general. I don't know how I can start it, but it's so many things at the same time that I have in this topic. I mean, my take on it is like when I was young. I had my cousin. We are very close. We are very close. We were a teenager in high school, and I remember she had this constant pressure of looking in a certain way. Okay, me too. Anyway, me too. But her, it was much more. It was more for her because usually it's even worse when you have family members. It's even worse when it comes from family members. You can have the pressure of other people from the outside, and it won't affect you that much. But when it comes to from family members, it's very difficult. And yeah, my cousin one day, me, I wasn't the type of girl who was fancy looking. My mom once told me, "You're not really fancy like the other girls. No, you don't look fancy." When I say fancy, like doing stuff like a lot, I was pretty much, simple. And oh, by the way, this is a bracelet for my country. This is made of buffalo rain. On the on, they make this with hand. You can see it started working a little bit because it's natural. Buffalo rain. I like this so much. You know. So anyway, that was just a little parenthesis to show you the beauty of my country. Okay. Anyway, so she came to me, and usually I was often in my bedroom. Doing reading my stuff, listen to music and reading. And for some reason, I like to write at the time. I like to write a lot. And she came to me and she told me how the pressure, and I knew because I often heard people talking about, oh, you did to lose weight. She was only a teenager. As I look back, as I look back, and I even look picture again of the time, she wasn't that fat like the parents, the people were saying. She wasn't. She wasn't. She wasn't that overweight. She wasn't even overweight. She was just a little bit curvy. There are girls that are a little bit curvy for the age, a little bit, but it wasn't something affecting. It was really like people would compare her body structure, her body physical to her mom, who obviously looked a little bit slimmer and taller. She was her opposite. And she came to me and she told me, I feel really bad about it. I don't know. It's just too much pressure on me. And and I told her, look, if you really feel bad, if you really feel like you don't like it anymore, why don't you share this story? Why don't you share that to other people? Like you just want to, go talk about it. It's just a subject. And at the time, I subscribed. I was paying every monthly, um, um, a magazine for young people. Like I told you in my previous post, I like magazines that will always educate me on many subjects, history, all this stuff. Science, history, sports, because I like sport too. I like sport too. I don't practice sport, but I like to reading about sport a lot. I mean, I used to. Now it's a little bit different. Um, then I told her, look, you can write about it. You can write about it. And she told me how. I don't feel confident. I mean, she didn't feel. She lost she had some insecurity about her because She wasn't that good at school either, and then the parents were putting pressure on her that to look in a certain way. I told her it's okay, we can write together. Me, I was writing to this magazine. I've been subscribed to the magazine for years, and I saw that there were a moment that they stopped. I mean, there were new issues that were making for young people not to express. It was about well-being, mental being, like health. Sometimes, talking about subject like that. And I told her maybe you can share your story. Maybe you can talk about it. And she told me, yeah, I think I will try. I'll help her. We start writing a little bit. Then I told her we're gonna post it because at the time we didn't have email. It was just the post office. You put in the letter and then you send it. We sent it to France, where the magazine was published from. And yeah, we finished writing and we sent it to France. I was surprised that the issue after that she was published in the magazine. Her article, her story was published. And I thought, it's inspiring. We were so happy. I mean, me, I was very happy for her because me having writing to the magazine myself, being someone who read a lot the magazine, I never, had this opportunity to be published, but she were. And I told her, look, we met. You did something great. You should be proud of you. You should really be proud of you. It means a lot that your story inspired many. I mean, other people who saw your story, like it, and thought it would be inspiring for other kids, other teenagers. And I want to say something that even in high school, from where I'm from, it looked like we had more pressure on girls to look good, to look like this, to look like that. And then when you become adult even more, because yes, there are magazines and you have ideal women. I think, yeah, men can go through that a little bit, but they can go through that, but it's not like women. Men can read, and sometimes I don't even know why they put more pressure on women, because sometimes you look, but some men you look like say, okay, he looks normal, it's okay. You don't have any like, every men are not perfect either. You have men who have body shape that do not attract you, but they don't have this pressure. The pressure is not that much on them. So what I want to say for young people who probably will watch my video, or even ladies on my age, that I see there is a lot of pressure on us of looking good. Me, for instance, I'm not tall. I'm short. I'm not tall like, I'm short. I have a nose, you know, and it's important because as I'm talking about it too, I have a son, and I feel like I have a son, and I know that it is important that I remind him. I will remind him when we get old, when we grow up, to be a boy, older, and teenager. To remind me that the Bible says one thing: you are wonderfully made. There was no mistake. You are a beautiful creature, and you are wonderfully made. It's not parent to put pressure on children already when when the world outside has no mercy on us. They are very strict. They are very sometimes difficult. And as for me, yes, I know I have some. I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. Sometimes people told me, "Oh, you have a gap between your teeth. It's just too much. You might probably change it." And I felt like, I heard that many times, and I'm like, it doesn't gonna change who I am. I mean, the way I look, my teeth are maybe not close like everyone. I was born like that. I was born like that. Maybe I don't know. And I applaud celebrity. You have celebrities who have the same type of teeth like me, and they don't change it. Like, for example, you have some that maybe you don't necessarily know in the French world. For example, you have a well-known singer. Her name is Vanessa Paradis. Vanessa Paradis has a gap, and it's not often. I don't see. It's not often in white people. I don't think white people have a gap often between the teeth. It's not something often. But when she has it, and she's older, and I see Vanessa Paradis has never changed it, and I applaud that it tells you how comfortable, how confident she feels about herself. Um, I don't say that I will never change it. I don't say that I will completely change it. But honestly, for now, I don't think it's going to change. It's going to upgrade something about, going to change something about me. It's not going to, the most important part for me is to feel confident, secure. Like it doesn't gonna, even if I am who maybe people don't like it, don't like to see it, but it's not gonna change my story, who I am, where I'm from. It's who I am, and I think this pressure, this constant pressure on us to always look good is really difficult. Sometimes it's really difficult.